Now this is a good primer to what we're doing in class today. Today we're going to have to take a word problem and turn it into an equation. After we do that, then we're going to solve it. Now a lot of kids hate word problems. Raise your hand if you hate word problems. Okay, hopefully your mind will be changed because math word problems, they have to tell me somewhere what to write. They have to. They have to tell me if it's positive or if it's negative, if it's times, if it's plus. You'll see what I mean. What does 3 more mean in math? If I say we're doing 3 more, what symbol in math would more mean? We're adding 3. Somewhere in this problem, the 3 better be a positive or added. Are you with me?
Yes.
Let's keep going. 4 times a number. What does times mean? Time, we're multiplying. Do we know what number they want me to use?
No,
So what do we use? We use an x in math. So we're going to put 4 times x. Are you with me?
Yes.
Let's keep reading. Is, if I say your grade is a 94, what does that mean?
My grade equals.
Equals. And what number does 10 mean?
10.
So let's put this together. Somewhere in my equation we need to add 3. We're going to have to multiply 4 times x. Then that has to be equal to 10. You can write it one of 2 ways. You can do 3 plus 4x equals 10. That's the way most of you had it. That's correct. Or you can put the 4x first if you would like. 4x plus 3 equals 10. Either of these answers is the correct answer for number 1. The more you do math word problems, the more you'll like them because they have to tell you somewhere what to write. It's not like, well, write something. They have to say, if they want you to multiply times 4, they'll tell you. If they want you to add 3, they'll tell you. If they want it to be equal to 10, they'll tell you. All right, let's go to number 2. If something is 5 less, tell me what that means in math.
Subtraction.
Subtract what?
5.
Thank you. Somewhere in this problem, we have to subtract 5. I'm going to write it over here. The 5 has to be what sign?
Negative.
Negative. If you look at some of y'all's answers, I said, no, you did not have 5 as a negative. Are you with me? You had 2 as the negative. Anyway, twice a number. Somebody please tell me what that could mean in math. Here we go. 2x is the same as?
4.
What is the same as?
Equals.
Equals
4.
the number 4. So if I'm going to leave it like this, I just need to put a sign right here. What is the 2? Is the 2 positive or is it negative, Cam? It's positive because they didn't tell me right here that it had to be negative 2. So I got to put a plus. There is one option that you could have put on number 2. Here's another one. You could have done 2x minus the 5 equals 4. Either of those answers would have gotten you a yes when I walked by. Questions?
No, sir.
Don't tell me that's hard.
It's not.
Not once you know the lingo and know what everything means, it's actually very simple. They tell you word for word what to put. So this is what we're doing today. They're going to give us a, excuse me, they're going to give us a word problem. We have to convert it to an equation, and then we may have to solve it somewhere down the line. All right, take out your notes then. Right here you go. Here you go, buddy. You can put your notes in here. Put your name on it. All right.
Wait, is it equation 4?
All right, first word problem. Don't worry about that. Just get on the track. Let's do 6 more than 3 times a number is the same as twice the number decreased by 5. Now, before we start solving this problem, let's make like a little key of words and what those words could mean in a word problem. So let's start with adding. Let's think of some words that they could put in a word problem that means add. There's actually one in here. There's actually a couple. No, one in here. Cameron.
More.
More. If they put something as more, they're telling you they want you to add. What's another word that they could put in a word problem that means add? Somebody just said. Oh, you're only missing the easy one. Plus. What's the opposite of this word? Increased. All right, so if they use the word more, plus, increased, they could use the word added. That'd be the same thing. Let's go to subtract. Give me some words that could mean subtract.
Decreased.
Decreased will work. I'll put it under increased. What else?
Less.
Less. One more.
Subtract.
Subtract or minus. They might use either word. Since I've got subtract here, I'll put minus here. Any other words that might mean minus? Okay, let's keep going. So we got add and subtract. So if you see any of these words over here, they're telling you it's got to be a minus. Let's go to multiply. There's not as many for multiplication and division. Times, it would be probably the number one. You're going to see that one the most, I would guess.
Twice.
Twice would mean times 2, yeah. I'll put 2x for that one. What else?
It could really be any kind of triple.
Triple, but we usually stop after quads. Quadruple would be about the most. There's a word that starts with a P.
Plus.
Nope, that's add.
Product.
Product also means multiply. All right, sweet.
Would combine.
Combine would usually mean add.
Okay.
Usually. All right, let's go to division. Give me some words that if we see them in the word problem would tell me to divide.
Quotient.
Quotient, the weird word. Quotient. If you see the word quotient, that means you need to divide something. I've always thought that's a weird word. To me, it's more like a cut down. You look like a quotient today. Something, bad. All right, any other words that could mean divide?
Split.
Split.
Yeah, like you split the number in half.
Okay, we could say split evenly. That would be divide by 2. Or depending on how many people. We'll go split evenly. What else? Bella? Half. Yep, that would be another word. That's the opposite of twice. Divide by 2. Let's put divide by 2 for that one. And let's just put, instead of multiply as times, divide maybe, would be the only other one I can think of. All right, so this is your key to the word problem word bank. Are you with me? So let's start reading this word problem and you'll see what I mean. They tell us exactly what to write, word for word. Let's see if I'm lying. 6 more. Plus what?
6.
Somewhere in my problem, there better be a plus 6. Are you with it? Let's keep going. 3 times a number.
3 times.
3 times x. If they put this word in there, that's always where x is going to go. Are you with it?
Yeah.
So 3x. is the same as,
Equals.
oh, we didn't do equals. I'll do that in a minute. Twice the number,
Multiply. So 2 times x.
2x, decreased by 5.
Subtract. Minus 5.
All right, the only thing we're missing is a sign between these two. Would it be a plus or a minus, Alexis? Yeah, because did they tell me 3 is negative? If they don't tell me 3 is negative, I cannot put a minus there. I got to put a plus. So we really don't need this one, because isn't the 6 getting added if I don't put the plus in front of it? Okay, so don't tell me that's hard. If you know the word key and you read, they will tell you exactly what symbol to write. 6 more plus 6. 3 times the number, 3x, is the same as, equals, twice the number, 2x. Decreased by 5 means minus 5. Are you with me? Math word problems really have never been that hard. You just may not have realized, dude, they're actually pretty dang easy. Are you with me? Because if they want the 5 to be negative, somewhere they'll give you a word that says the 5 has to be negative. Decrease. Whatever. Now let's solve it.
Oh, we're solving it?
Yep. Which x would you move? Pink. The 2, because it's a little smaller. So how would you move it?
Minus 2.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to subtract 2x. Subtract 2x. Let's see what we got. Did I change the 6?
No.
What's 3x minus 2x? 1x. What sign do I need between the 6 and the x? Plus, because it's positive 1. That's 0. Equals negative 5. All right, what would you get rid of next, Kayla?
Negative 5.
Is it over here with the x? Then don't mess with the negative 5. What would you get rid of?
Positive 6.
Yes, how would you get rid of positive 6?
Subtracting.
Yes, ma'am. Subtract 6. Subtract 6. And it looks like my x is all by itself, which is our goal. And what number does x have to equal?
Negative 11.
Be careful there, that's negative 11. Questions on our first example?
Good, sir.
Do you see what I mean? They tell you exactly what words, what sign, where to put it, where it goes. They have to. There's no other way they can do this to tell me that they want the 6 to be positive, the 3 to be positive, and times x, the 2 times x, and the 5 to be a negative. They have to give me a clue somewhere. All right, let's do another one. So there are going to be some on the homework exactly like that, different words. You solve the equation, set it up, and then solve it. Yes?
Okay. Can you do the words that need equal?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's not many. So let's add to these over here. The most popular one that you will see.
The same as.
Same as. That's not the most, but that's one of them. Same as. What's the most popular one you think you'll see? Some would be, oh, that's a plus word. Let's go back up here and add some to that. What's the opposite of sum? Difference. Where would that go? Subtraction. What word did they use in the warm-up to make equals? Is the most popular one. That is the one you'll see the most. That tells you to stop and put an equal sign right there.
What those is equal to.
If it says is, whatever words come after it. All right, let's try this one. Job A pays $5 an hour and has a $20 bonus. So there's job A. We get $5 an hour and $20 bonus. Job B pays $10 an hour only. No bonus. So a question on the homework might be, when will both jobs pay the same amount? All right. We need to do what first? Make an equation. Good answer. All right, who can write me an equation for job A? We get $5 an hour and a $20 bonus. Let's go with Briley.
5x plus 20.
All right, she thinks it's 5x plus 20. Could that be $5 an hour plus the $20 bonus? Do y'all like Riley's equation?
Yes.
Good. What does paying the same mean? Look over there at the words and tell me what paying the same has to mean, Riley.
Equal.
Equals. Same as isn't same the same word for, okay. Same is the same as same. Okay. All right, so if I want them to be the same, let's make them equal. Who can write me an equation for job B? You've already helped me.
Oh, I see that. Okay, 10x.
10x. There's no bonus, so we're not going to add nothing to that one, are we? It's just going to be 10 times x. Sweet. I agree. There is a good equation for this problem. 5x plus 20. That one's just going to be $10 an hour, 10x. Let's solve it. Because we need to find out how long it's going to take us to make the same money at both jobs. Santi, which x is smaller?
5.
All right, how can we move it? Subtract it, yep. So let's subtract 5x, subtract 5x. Let's see what we got. That's 0, bring down the 20. And what's 10x minus 5x?
5x.
All right, we're almost done. D, what do we need to do to get rid of or to get x by itself? Divide by what number?
20 divided by
5. Divide by 5. And x will be by itself. X equals what number? 4. For what?
hours.
For hours, they will both pay the same amount of money. So in 4 hours, they're the same. I got a question. How much money would I make at both jobs if I worked for 4 hours?
40.
How do you know?
I used the calculator.
You don't need a calculator. Isn't it $10 an hour?
Yeah.
Didn't we just figure out that it's 4 hours?
Yeah.
You really need a calculator for that, Katie?
No.
Yeah, just 4 times 10 would be the easiest way. What if I plugged it in here? What answer should I get? 40 again. What's 5 times 4? 20. What's 20 plus 20 more? Do you agree that both jobs pay $40 when I work 4 hours at both of them? Very nice. They both pay 40. So, you'll see what we're kind of looking at today on the homework. All right, one more. Set up the equation, solve it, and then use it to answer any questions they might ask. All right, last one. I'm switching telephones. I'm looking at Verizon. By the way, do not get Verizon if you live in Waco. The coverage around here is no bueno. You with me? Get AT&T. But here's Verizon's price. 50 cents per text. And a $5 fee. Let's go check out AT&T. They have the much better coverage in the hill country. They charge 40 cents a text, so they're a little cheaper. But they're more expensive at the beginning, $10 fee. And let's do the same question. When will they cost the same amount? All right, what do we want to do? Hunter.
Make an equation.
All right, can you make me an equation for Verizon, please?
150x plus 5.
Good. Do y'all like his equation?
Yes.
He said 0.50x plus the $5 fee. I like that. 0.50x plus $5 is Verizon. Don't we want them to be the same?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Equal.
Equals. Write me an equation for AT&T. Where does that help me? Katie.
0.40x
0.40x
plus 10.
plus 10. Do y'all agree with our equations?
Yes.
I'll give you a hint. If you mess up the equation, you're going to get the wrong answer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But your equations are good here. So let's solve it. Claudia, which x is smaller?
0.40.
0.40. Let's move it. How can I move it? Subtract it. Good answer. So I'm going to subtract 0.40x. Subtract 0.40x. What is 50 cents minus 40 cents? 10 cents x.
Plus 5.
Don't forget the plus 5 equals, that's 0, 10. All right, what number do I need to get rid of next? Really?
We need to get rid of the plus 5.
Yep, how would I do?
Would subtract 5.
Subtract 5, subtract 5. We got 0.10x equals 5. We're almost done. Isaac, how can I get rid of the 0.10? Divide by 0.10. Do not forget the decimal. And I'm running out of room. What is $5 divided by 0.10? Here you go. 50. X equals 50 what? Text. Thank you. So if Mr. Murphree sends 50 texts every month, which company is cheaper? Thank you. They're the same price. Does it matter if I go Verizon or AT&T? If this is the number I send every month, they're going to be the same price. Do you agree?
Yeah.
All right. How much does each one cost if I send 50 texts? How could I figure that out?
Put it in the equation.
Put it in the equation. I could do 50 times 50 cents. Do that. What's 50 cents times 50?
25.
25 bucks. Don't forget to add the $5 fee. What is the total price?
30.
$30, both companies. Shouldn't AT&T be the same number when I plug in 50?
Yeah.
All right, questions. Are word problems that hard?
No.
Not really. They tell me you need to multiply this number times x. This number is just plus 5. Does that make sense? All right.